What's going on, guys? It's been a minute since I picked up the camera, and I've been doing quite a bit, and thought I'd give you guys an update and let you guys know what I've been doing. So if you guys didn't know, I'm trying to take this car to a car show called Springfest, and I don't remember last time I filmed this car. I think the motor was in, but nothing was hooked up, right? So I've been hustling trying to get this thing ready for a car show out in Seattle called Springfest, or towards Seattle. It's not in Seattle. I think it's in Kent. But I went there last year and I really liked it. But this year they're hosting it at a limited quantity of people, I guess. It's all not open to spectators. But I registered a car that doesn't even run, hoping to give me motivation to finish it. So I've been rushing to get this car done, and oh boy, has it been fun. Ugh. And so many headaches after work. I'm done wrenching on cars at work, and then I come and wrench on this. There's so much more to do, but I've gotten the majority to get the engine started. So, man, I don't even know where to start, because I got this motor in the right-hand drive hatch, which I still have. It's not right here. It's out in the backyard. I can show you that guy in a bit. But nothing was fitted on that other car, so there was a bunch of custom stuff that I had to do and buy. So that wasn't fun, and there's some things that I still need, but to get it running and driving, I think I have the majority of it. For one, I wanted this car to have AC, and a lot of people, when they do SR swaps, they don't care for AC, or a lot of people with this car, they don't care for AC in general. But I do. I like driving this car in the street. I like driving in the summer. I like dailing the car if I wanted to. It gives me a reason to drive the car a lot more than I would just on a normal day or a nice weather day. I like driving my car everywhere. And so you could see right there, I have the AC compressor just chilling right there, and that's because I bought the conversion kit to swap it on to the SR, because that's a USDM AC condenser, but compressor, not condenser. Condenser's that. But I needed the SR mount that comes on that motor from the SR tensioner sort of deal, and I don't have that, so I need to source one out. And I posted on the local forums and no one responded, so I think I'm gonna need to post in the US forums and have one shipped out, which will probably be a little bit more expensive, but that's okay. And so I got all this piping finished. I got the intercooler piping done. I put the intercooler on, which I never thought this car would have an intercooler. So for me, this is really cool. And I had to cut the bash bar right there in the corners. It looks pretty ugly, but I like running a bash bar. It helps my bumper sit up. But right now, my bumper and fenders aren't bolted down, so bear with me if you see gaps like that. I have a couple things on order for this. So this whole side of the intercooler is done. You have all the piping. It's nice and tight. It's not going anywhere. You have the math over here, nice and tight, connected, clamped. All is good there. I got my turbo. I got my downpipe on. I got gaskets for it. I got the vacuum line running to the wastegate over to vacuum and teed off of the fuel pressure regulator. I got that coolant tank that no one likes because it never fits right. So what I did with this is I cut a hole right there because there was already a pre-existing hole, and I ran a line through there, and I ran it under and ran it through over here. I should have probably put it more over here, but I didn't want it to hit the wheel or when the wheel is turning, and that's tight enough for it not to hit the wheel. And it tucks under, goes over here to the radiator. So there's that. This isn't connected. I need to connect that. But like I said, just trying to do other things. And what you notice I don't have is this side intercooler piping, and that's because I have a buddy welding that for me, and hopefully we get that back today. There's that. And then I had to do the battery relocation. Gosh, there's so much I had to do with this car. And by the way, this is not set in stone. This is just for the first start. Like, I'm going to tuck all these injector harnesses. I need to extend them, but in order to get this started for the first time, just that's fine. Make sure it's running first. There's so much more things I need to do rather than extending an injector harness. Like, I need to install my lip, which is right there. I need to install that and paint that still. I did my battery relocation, and I still have the wire just kind of floating, and I kind of did that for the first start. So I'm gonna try to tuck that right now, actually. And I have the battery in the back now. It's right there, and the battery does work. I put power to the chassis yesterday. So it's right there. So I need to trim this, and I need to redo my amp wire, because before this was running all the way to the front. I swapped hatches, so I need to paint this black and put the little carpet. I'm gonna steal it from the other car. I wrapped it for now. I need to install my wing on this hatch, because this hatch has no holes, which is why I swapped it. So I still need to install my wing, and there's just so much more I need to do. And like, that lip is gonna be a pain in the rear, just because my fender extensions aren't OEM. And so yeah, I need to put my ECU back in place, but you know, for first start, I just have it chilling right there floating. You put glove box, and then I'm going to paint these little sides right here black before the show, including the glove box, which I have back there. And then I need to put this interior back together, because I have this all torn apart from when I swapped the hatch. Man, there's just so much I need to do. I have a couple buddies wanting to come over to help. We'll see how that goes. And then, I also want to paint this rear carpet black and then trim it so it fits perfectly around the battery. And then I want to do a trunk setup so this isn't sunk down, because I'm not going to have a spare tire, let's be honest. Even though that wouldn't be a bad idea, but I'm not going to run a spare tire, so I need to get rid of that. So yeah, there's just so much work that needs to be done to this, and it's kind of stressing me out. There's like 25 or so days till the show, and I need to get this reliable enough to drive 3 hours there and back. So, you know, it's a bit nerve-wracking, but if everything were to go to plan and it starts and runs perfectly, which that never happens, it would be the world. Man, it would be so much easier. But me being me, I know there's going to be problems. Like yesterday, I went to fill coolant. Don't mind that. I'm going to take that off. I went to fill coolant, and then I had some lines leaking back here. And I replaced these 2 lines because the ends were cracked right there. If I had the other lines, I'd show you, but I have no idea where they're at. But there's just so much more cleaning up that I need to do. But I've been trying to make sure this engine is perfect. It runs fine. I already put new spark plugs in it and all that stuff. And I also need to buy a fan setup. This is a original fan that came off of my KA, and this isn't going to cut it. So I need to buy an actual fan setup, but that could come after I start it. You know, I have a lot of other things to worry about. What am I saying? But yeah. Backyard, we have the Rocket Bunny right-hand drive hatch. You know, this thing is done. It drives. Someone already is giving me payments for it, but it's not leaving my house until they pay it off, which they're paying it off abnormally quick. So it's not going to be here for a very long time. You know, I'm not really touching it just because since they've already given me some money, I have no reason to be touching it. So it's still looking good. You know, it's still here. Or I don't know about looking good, but it's a 240. It's a right-hand drive 240. The engine bay is all good. Still there. This dog's playing, but I took the cone off because I needed to use it for my other car. But yeah, the Rocket Bunny bumper's out over there in the front, next to the other 240. But other than that, yeah, the new owner's really happy about this. Really happy about this car, so he's really excited to dig into it. It's a good starter car. Yeah, that's pretty much it on this. Oh, you can see it has my old hatch. I got a Rocket Bunny. Oh, I need this for the wing. I put a Rocket Bunny wing on it. It matches the rest of the Rocket Bunny kit. I was going to take off the bumper, but I'll leave that to the new owner. See if he wants to do that. But yeah, still here. Runs and drives. It's good. Has no exhaust. It's annoying. No tags, so I'm not going to try to drive it or take this anywhere. See, 2011. Those tag numbers don't matter. Just because it's not going to be on those tags for much longer. But yeah, she's still here. Okay, so completely different day, or next day from the last clip you guys saw. We ended up, my buddies did come over. We ended up going to a meet, and we just had fun. We did do some things. We got the wing back on, and if you could see, my interior is back together, and the battery is tucked back here. Yes, I had that open, and yes, I have a mess back here. I just threw a lot of things back there. Battery's back there. It's long. I have to cut it, but I need to cut it anyways to put a fusible link, so I'll cut it then. I'll have it disconnected. Battery's back there. It's not moving anywhere. Cables are all back there. I took out the amp wire. As you can see, it's down there. And now I just need to put this intercooler piping on, and then we can start it finally. Yesterday we did crank it over to see if it would crank, and it did, but the battery is so dead on it, so I need to jump start it. Good thing about that is I could flip that truck over and I could literally jump start from the back now, so that'll work for this occasion. I don't know about other occasions, but yeah, my only dilemma right now is this intercooler piping doesn't fit. This is 2.5 inch. I don't know if you guys can see that. I need 2.75 inch intercooler piping, hoses, clamps, should I say. So I'm gonna go to AutoZone. I don't know if they have any, but I mean, I guess we'll see. Hopefully they do. That way I could crank this thing over today. I think that'd be nice. But yeah. All right, so this is the best I could come up with. Regular like coolant hose clamp sort of deal. Because they didn't have any of these, like any of these actual styles, and like this one's too small. You see, it won't. You need to show threads so you could tighten the nut so you could actually clamp that down. But they didn't have any of those. So, well, they had one, and it was like 3 inch, and they wanted like $8 for one, which I think is pretty weird. You could order them like way cheaper. But yeah, these will work for the first start. This well, the pipes are 2.5, and then with a coupler just like 2.75 or so. And this one goes up to 2 3/4. So maybe this one could do it. This one supposedly goes from 2.5 to 4.5. So if this one does tie in, it's gonna be like maxed out. So I'll see which one I could get working. I'll probably try with the small ones first, and if I don't, you know, I'll just return it. Worst comes to worst. And I also got octane booster because I don't remember what I had in this car. I mean, the gas is extremely old, probably like 2 months old or so, but I gotta get this octane booster because this motor is used to having some crazy high octane when it was in Japan. So and that's what the ECU is tuned for. So you have to actually run octane booster if you want it to run right. But yeah, see, this is like $8 too. I'm a daily customer out of AutoZone. Maybe they're taking all my money. I don't know, man. But yeah, let me get this in and try to put those clamps on, and I'll see what's up. All right, so I finally got this intercooler clamp on with the wrong pipe. I ordered the right one. It's still not in yet, so this will have to do for the start. And man, I really wish I had intercooler pipes because this just looks so jank, but it'll work for the first start. I finally got it. I was searching everywhere for more of these, and I just couldn't find any because for whatever reason my other intercooler clamps wouldn't fit, and you see how much I have right there. So I'm gonna hook up the battery, and then I got the Subaru right there. Let's see if I can turn this light. I got the Subaru right there. I was gonna use the truck, but the truck is dead. We haven't moved it in days, and so now I can't even move a car back there. So hopefully the Subaru works being right there, because the battery is on this side of the car and this Subaru's battery is like right here. So let's hook it up and see what happens. All right, I got this jumped. I have to talk a little loud. That Subaru's loud. The battery was super dead, so hopefully it even cranks. Don't mind my steering wheel. I was trying to put the Nardi on. It didn't fit. I'm nervous. I hear that fuel pump. Let's prime that a couple times. And no way, it started right up. No way. Okay, sorry, that was a really short clip. I wanted to record a Snapchat for it, and in the middle of recording the Snapchat, I noticed that there's a pretty big fuel leak right underneath the fuel filter. I'm gonna leave it at that today. I'm happy it's running. I did smell a bunch of fuel, so I was curious why I was throwing fuel, or why I was smelling like fuel, and it was actually throwing fuel right there. So I'm gonna leave it at that today. I'm gonna try to fix that tomorrow. I have family calling me. They want me to go over, so I think that's what I'm gonna do. And I'm gonna close out the video at this, you know, at a happy note. You know, it was running and it was idling, and I didn't have to tap the gas, which was really surprising. So this car's officially turbo, and it's officially SR swapped, and that is so exciting to me right now. So I believe at that. Thank you guys for watching, and till next time.